drinks don't last very long. What if you could keep your cold drinks cold for 24 hours? It doesn't matter if you're in Arizona, if you're in Florida, if you're in Alabama or California. Find out why our viewers all over the country are loving this set of Rocky Mountain tumblers. You're getting a set of 2 for $14.95. It's the lowest price we've ever offered. And in fact, over the weekend, I went to one of those fancy hotels. Just one of their frozen drink cocktails was $15, Terry Toner. You could actually have all of your drinks stay cold all summer long for the price of one fancy cocktail. So we're going to talk about our favorite beverages. That would be a good way to start the show, right, Terry Toner?
That would be a great way to start the show, exactly.
Anything fruity and cold, go ahead and sign me up. But here she is, Terry Toner. She is the lead gymnast with Rocky Mountain Tumblers.
I am indeed.
Are you, no.
Yes, yes.
No, you're not.
I can still pull off a round off, maybe. I'd have to take a lot of ibuprofen afterwards. You know, everybody's got the boneyard. You know what I'm talking about? That cupboard. It's either the cupboard above the stove or the cupboard above the refrigerator where you put all the stuff that you don't use. And you probably have one of these because it doesn't really keep things cold for very long. This darn thing, you're supposed to put ice in there. It doesn't work. It certainly doesn't work for hot. You've got one of these. You put it in the dishwasher and all of a sudden you've got water vapor shaking around inside. So you don't use that anymore. And then you've got this one. And the problem is if you put hot chocolate in there, then the next time you make your green tea, it tastes like hot chocolate. So it's just, you know, no good. So that's the boneyard. Those are those things that we have above the stove or above the refrigerator.
I think we don't use anymore. We've tried them all, Terry.
Well, and the other reason that we don't keep using them is because they have to be hand washed. I don't want to hand wash anything. Rocky Mountain tumblers are the stainless steel, double wall insulated, vacuum sealed drink maintainer that maintains hot for 12 hours, cold for 24 hours, and they go in the dishwasher. It's the best thing that's ever happened to your margarita. These go in the dishwasher. You do not have to hand wash them. Now, when I tell you 24 hours of cold, I mean if you put ice water with ice in your car's cup holder, and by the way, they're tapered and they fit into any cup holder, you could come out the next morning and it would still have ice water in it. I am not even kidding you. I want to show.
These are powerful. And by the way, they're giant. This is
30
like
ounces.
30
They're
ounce
huge.
capacity. Just to sort of put this in perspective, this is like several servings. This is not your average margarita we're talking about.
That margarita is going to last you a long time. And you know what? It's going to stay nice and frosty and frozen too because it's not going to turn to syrup. So you see I have a pan of boiling water here. I'm trying to keep my cup from rattling. But I put my thermometer in there, and you can see it's a so very, very chilly 33 degrees. And I'm going to just...
Wait. That's... Yeah. Those are ice cubes.
Yeah, in boiling water.
In boiling water.
Yeah, yep.
The ice is not melting.
The ice is not melting. It's 33 degrees in there. Now, I'm going to take that same thermometer. I'm just going to turn that down so that it's not, you know, rattling. I have hot coffee in a block of ice. Yeah, same thermometer, hot coffee in a block of ice. And by the way, I made that coffee about a half an hour ago. Our producer, Paul, brought up a very good point because he has this. He says, you know what I do? I make my hot tea in there, and then I keep the tea in there and use this like the teapot and pour it into another cup because it keeps it so hot, it's like undrinkable. Check this out. This is 193 degrees in there. It's incredible. I mean, that is really super, super hot. So I can go back and forth, back and forth.
How long does it stay hot?
For 12 hours.
Wow.
12 hours.
All day, all day. You'll be sipping on that coffee or tea all day long.
And here's why. Double wall insulated. It's a vacuum insulation. The double wall means that the temperature stays inside the cup. It doesn't transfer to the outside of the cup. It also means that whether you have a margarita or a strawberry daiquiri or your favorite smoothie or just, you know, ice water with cucumbers in it, you're not going to get condensation. Now, Sarah, feel the picture here. Feel this. Yeah, go ahead, put your hand on it, draw a happy face or a sad face. It's soaking wet, right?
Oh yeah, there's tons of condensation there.
It's all condensation. The same ice water with fruit is in the Rocky Mountain Tumbler. There's no condensation. So you don't get the wet cup.
Yeah.
You don't get the temperature transfer to the outside. You don't get transfer of flavors, which is really important because if you have cucumber water in the morning and bone broth in the afternoon, you do not want your cucumber water the next morning to be tasting like your bone broth. So because it's stainless steel, there's no transfer of flavors. These are beautifully crafted, 30-ounce size, which is massive, tapered base so that it fits into literally any cup holder, including the cup holder on the boat, on the cooler, in the car, in the RV, in your camping chair. And if you're going on a cruise, you know, if you go on a cruise, you know how they just bring you drinks constantly?
Yeah.
And they, because it's usually hot, they instantly turn to syrup. The ice melts, it's watered down, it's not very good. Take this on the cruise with you, and every time they bring you that frosty Bahama Mama, if 30 ounces, it will last several hours, and it's not gonna turn to syrup.
In fact, people do that.
Yeah.
I've seen them at tiki bars. They'll actually bring their own cup, and even when they buy a beverage from the bartender, they'll pour it in here so it lasts a lot longer. Believe me, the last time I was on a cruise, they were selling like Coco Locos, like everywhere you turn around.
Everywhere you turn around.
And they were $15 a pop for one beverage. If your beverage lasts longer and you made more of them at home, think about the money you're saving. Let me just remind you what you're getting here today. You're getting a set of 2 for $14.95. You're getting a 2 of the double-walled insulated stainless steel tumblers. You're getting those incredible leak-proof lids. The lids are clear, by the way, so you can actually see what your beverage is.
And they open and close. They've got the little sliders too, which is cool.
You actually might forget what you were drinking yesterday because the beverage is still cold 24 hours later. We'll talk about the stickers in just a moment, but just one right now, if you were to shop online, is about $19.95 for one.
Yeah.
We're giving you a set of 2. This was what, $7.50 per piece. The best stay cold tumblers you will find out there. They're already a customer pick. It was fun reading your reviews over the last few days because I could see that no matter what state you lived in,
they work.
We all have a preference for either whether it's our cold drinks or keeping our coffee as long as possible. I mean, you could put like a whole vat of coffee in here.
And you could have half a pot for sure. 32 degrees in the cup of ice in boiling water. Same thermometer going back over here into our hot coffee, and it'll rumble right up to 190 plus. I'm not kidding you. If you like your coffee a little bit cooler, take the lid off and let it cool off for like a half an hour before you put that lid on there because it stays so hot. So whether it's poolside, lakeside, beachside, on the cruise, wherever it is, again, hot stays hot up to 12 hours, which is great if you're, you know, you have a nice cup of hot green tea and you use this to pour into your cup at your desk. This can also be a lifesaver. Some of these outdoor events that have been happening this summer, you know, I mean, people are getting heat stroke and they're, you know, passing out from the heat. If you have an icy, icy cold drink, you know, even if you can't find shade, you know, a cup of ice with water in it, just that icy cold water is going to help lower your body temperature and keep you cool. So if you're at one of those outdoor events, if you're, you know, at your local parade or at your outdoor barbecue festival or the, you know, wherever it is, this could be a lifesaver in keeping you cool literally for hours because that ice is going to stay icy for 24 hours. These are the little stickers. These are the little labels. Yeah, this is fantastic because they all come with these. So if you get these for like, you know, little party favors for bachelorette party or bachelor party, bridal shower party, you can customize the labels, and the labels actually go through the dishwasher too. So you put a little design on there. You could, you know, do temporary with chalk, or you could, I used paint pens on mine and it goes right through the dishwasher. Stick your label on there. We did one for Dad. We have one that says Mom's Iced Tea on it.
So cute.
Island Time. You know the Bahama Mama's going in that one. But it comes with these little stickers, and you don't have to use them, but they're pretty cool, and you can customize. You know, it's Jane and Joe's wedding, or you know, whatever it is. So you can have a lot of fun with these. I have a beautiful smoothie here. It does have dairy in it, and if I left this in my car while I came into work and came back out, I don't have to worry about, you know, getting sick because it keeps it cold, really, really cold. Frosty, absolutely frozen. I mean, look at my little strawberry daiquiri here. It is absolutely
still frozen,
icy.
Even with the lid off for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Now imagine with the lid on.
Drink.
It's just, I mean, it's going to be icy for hours and hours and hours and hours. Stainless steel, finest quality, double wall insulated, vacuum sealed. That's the technology because it keeps the temperature inside and doesn't allow it to travel to the outside. It also, not only that, maintains just a neutral temperature on the outside, so you don't have to worry about, you know, putting a koozie on it or, you know, wrapping a napkin around it because it's too hot or too cold.
And sometimes
no condensation.
Yeah. I just was thinking, sometimes we don't want to bring a whole cooler.
Right.
For 1 or 2, you know, bottles of water that you want to take on your road trip. You know, if you're someone who travels for work, if you're someone who's in and out of your car, if you're someone who loves to be outdoors, whether it's hiking, whether it's biking, whether it's camping, whether it's fishing, on the golf course, my husband has been golfing this summer, and it is so hot. I've actually been really worried about him. I was like, is this such a great idea? He's out there for 4 hours, and honestly, it's like over 90 degrees.
Well, and if it rains, it doesn't cool off. It's like even worse because then it turns into a sauna. You think, oh, it's going to rain. It'll cool off. It'll be better. No, in Florida, it just gets worse. It just turns it into like you are in the steam room. It's that bad.
Yeah, it is a sauna out there. I want you to show us the what do you call it, the boneyard?
The boneyard.
Okay, the graveyard of other tumblers that we've all tried. By the way, I'm glad you mentioned these because they're also impossible to clean. I love that this, take the lid off, goes in the dishwasher.
Yeah, and the lid goes in the dishwasher too. So this is a super popular one that begins with a T, and you know it's not great for hot. It's okay for cold, but it gets stains on there. Like this one is stained. I guess with T, I don't know what, but they just don't get clean. And if you put them in the dishwasher, you'll notice that there's all kinds of condensation and water that gets in between the two walls. So no good, and you know everything tastes like everything else. It's not good. This one just ridiculous. This, you're supposed to put ice in there. That's not going to keep anything hot or cold. And, you know, this, no insulation, nothing. So, again, and all of them have to be hand washed. I don't want to have to hand wash. If it's hand washable, it's sitting in my sink for 2 weeks until somebody finally cracks and decides to wash the thing. So, you know, no hand washing. This is all dishwasher safe. It's the 30-ounce size, which you bring up a very good point, Sarah. That's like an all-day drink.
Yeah.
An everlasting margarita.
More than one serving, by the way, of margaritas or daiquiris.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot of Coco Loco.
At any time of day.
Let me just remind you what you're getting quickly. You're getting 2. So if you're really stocking up, if you have a family of 4, or if you love to go boating, you love to be outside, whether it's a parade, whether it's a day at the beach, to know that you have a cold drink waiting for you every time you open that tab. These are really phenomenal. Just one is $19.95 online right now. You're getting 2 for less than the price of 1. You're getting those fun little stickers you can personalize. The great see-through, easy leak-proof lids are also included.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's a customer pick. So already more than 11,000 of you have said yes to our Rocky Mountain Tumblers, which I have to say, as a Colorado girl, I also love the name.
Yes.
And if you know someone who lives in the Rocky Mountains, this is by far the best tumbler they could ever carry. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks for keeping our hot drinks hot and our cold drinks cold.
All day long.
Arm wrestle you for that daiquiri after our shift today. Sound good? Okay. All right. There's another great way to save. In fact, if you want to take $10 off your order,